Okay, everyone, welcome back to Relationshit. You already know what it is. It's your host, Cammie Crawford, but today I am joined by bad bitch extraordinaire. Okay? The most incredible, the most amazing, the most fly. Wearing that outfit.
Period.
Achieng Agutu.
Yeah, baby.
Welcome, baby.
Thank you so much, Cammie.
If you are watching on video, you can get into this look right now.
Let me fix my. Yeah.
It's giving.
It's giving.
The
I
look
had
is
to
looking.
come. Cammie was like, I want you on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I had to come through with the energy. Period.
Yes. And you do it every day, and you do it so flawlessly. And like, I started following you during quarantine. And your numbers are insane. Like, you are doing numbers.
We're trying out.
You are doing numbers. But it's just like a testament to how much I think that we as people, as women especially, need to hear your message and like all that you're about. So we're going to get into that, obviously. But the first question I have for you.
Ask me, babes.
It's very, very important.
We love to hear it. Tell me.
What is your sign?
Ooh, I'm a Scorpio. Wait, you're a Scorpio too. I know that.
No,
I think we talked about this.
I don't know if we did.
Are you a Scorpio?
Yes.
As in it makes sense then.
When's your birthday?
November 13th, baby.
Oh, a November Scorpio.
Are you
So you're a real Scorpio.
A real Scorpio, like the OG, legit,
yes,
original.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm October 25th, so I'm like I'm legit.
You're legit, but you're legit. But
I'm on the precipice.
I know, but we like accept you with open arms.
Right.
Yes.
I feel like a Scorpio, through and through. I do.
As in, I feel like you also give major Scorpio energy because like even on the show, like the way you talk about like relationships and like you call out people, I'm like, yeah, that's my Scorpio sister.
And I think that being a Scorpio plays a part in like your self-confidence.
It does.
I don't know if a lot of people can relate because, you know, there's just something about a Scorpio because like we're a fixed sign. You can't tell us shit about shit.
You can't.
So even if we feel badly about ourselves, there's nothing that you can really say to like bring us down.
Nothing really. As in, I feel like if somebody ever fixed their mouth like this, I wish you guys could see this, but like this, to tell me shit, tell me like, oh, you ain't this, please collect yourself and leave.
Yes, exit.
Collect yourself and leave. Like I've worked so hard to get to this like power, to get to this magic, this essence that is so
Come on,
vibrant.
WizKid. Come on, Essence. Come on, Tams. Yes, this essence.
You know, like there's nothing you will tell me that will bring me down, baby. Nothing.
And so let's talk about like where that comes from, because I know you're from Kenya.
Born and raised, babes.
Hailing from Kenya. When did you, like, what was kind of like the catalyst to your bad bitchery? When did you actually come into your own and like, or have you always been just like this naturally?
The bad bitchery did not start until I actually left Kenya. So in Kenya, I was living a very different life. I was living a very like conservative, secluded life. I lived in this bubble. My parents wanted me to not see anything bad in the world. And so I lived in Kenya for 16 years of my life and sort of like believed like that was my role in society. Like I was just supposed to be quiet and like just like, you know, be just gentle and so small.
Yeah.
And I think my parents did that because they wanted to protect me. In their eyes, that's what they saw as like protecting my child and my daughter from any of the crazy madness that happens in this world. But once I moved to the US, everything changed. I was in a different space. I was experiencing different things, learning new ways of living and just like expressing myself.
Yeah.
And I think my bad bitchery actually started 3 years after I moved into the US. I had been in a relationship with crusty somebody's child, somebody's crusty offspring.
It's always the crusty offspring.
It's always the crusty offspring that starts the journey.
Yes.
And so I had gotten out of that relationship and was feeling so broken and so sad and felt like my worth only belonged to this man. And it took a lot of therapy and a lot of being by myself to love myself, to realize like, baby girl, you are the prize.
Okay.
The value comes from you. You are worthy. You are magic, period.
Yes.
And I think that's sort of where my journey started. Like, listen, ain't nobody going to tell me anything about myself. I am amazing. I'm the queen. I am the elevation of creation.
Come on, elevation.
Period.
Of creation.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Because these relationships can really, or relationships, can really take a toll on not only like your mental health, but your self-esteem just in general, and especially like when you want a relationship to work so badly and it doesn't, there's no relationship that I've left as confident as I feel standing here right now, or sitting here right now. There's no relationship that I've left that I haven't looked back and like had some level of self-reflection and asked myself, like, was it me?
Yeah.
You know, did I do so, like, what is it about me why this didn't work out? And then I snap out of it eventually, but I think that we all have that in us where we're like, what did I do, or what could I have done differently? And sometimes it's good to like have that introspection and be like, what could I have done differently? But sometimes shit just doesn't work out.
It just doesn't. And I think what has stopped me from like really asking myself, like, was there something wrong with me? Is that when you're going into that space, whether it's a first date or even a relationship, like you're trying to figure out like, what do I like this person? Do I see myself with this person, instead of like, oh my God, I hope they like me. I wonder if they like me. Like, baby, no, what about you? How do you feel about them? Like, where do you see yourself in all of this? And I feel like that's like sort of like stopped me from getting into that negative space, because back to back, I was having weird relationships where like we're in it and then they pull out, or they're in it and then they leave, and I'm like, oh, it has to be me. Yeah. Like, I'm the common denominator here. Like, they're leaving me. But me realizing like I'm putting myself in like situations where like the energy, the vibes, the love, whatever, is not reciprocated. Right. And
I really wonder sometimes too, like, does the other person think about this as much as I'm thinking about this right now? Like, are they thinking about how they fucked up?
I feel like I'm gonna say this is just how I feel, or Kurt.
Say how you feel. Say how you feel.
Men, I don't think men have that introspection.
No, they don't.
And it has to be a man who is like so in tune with themselves, like knows like, this is what I'm bringing to the table. This is where I'm at. I'm giving myself into this situation because I know I'm ready.
Yeah, preferably a man in therapy.
A man in therapy. We love a man in therapy.
We love a man in therapy.
If you're a man in therapy, call me. But I feel like men don't have that conversation. Sometimes when I'm having those thoughts, I'm like, I hope he's sitting with his friends as well and thinking,
he ain't. Have you seen that meme? That meme that's like, don't post the quote, sis, he doesn't care.
I know. It's like, literally, like, stop posting that quote on Instagram and go start that business plan.
Get your ass off Pinterest.
Get your ass off Pinterest. Like, yeah, you never love me, but I love... Girl, he don't care about that.
But I'm guilty. I'll be on Pinterest like, quotes about breakups, quotes about being disappointed, quotes about...
Cammy, I'm imagining you screenshotting that.
I do, and I delete it right away. Okay. That's just when I'm in my feelings.
In your feelings, like, tell me. I know it's like, you lost a bad bitch, but I'm better without...
But then I delete it because as a Scorpio, I don't like people in my business.
You in my business.
No, don't do that. I gotta delete that shit. I'm like, I can't post this.
I can't.
They will know.
Literally.
Everyone will know.
No, I know. That's something I used to like fall into. Like, I would be interested in someone. Now I'm like, I'll shoot my shot. But if I was interested in someone, I'd be like telling my friends, and they're like, you should tell them. I'm like, then they'll know I like them. Yeah. I was like, isn't that the plan?
Yes. Theoretically,
but no. Thank you so much for your input. Yeah. Goodbye. Exactly.
I definitely, growing up, was like, if I had a crush on somebody, I wouldn't tell them I had a crush unless I knew that they had a crush on me.
Yeah, but can you tell? I feel like sometimes I can tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, you know the energy.
You know the energy.
You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
Period.
You can just tell. And I'm all for shooting your shot. I think that is like something that women need to do more often.
Period.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot, baby.
What's the worst that could happen?
Like, what? Literally, what? Like, the world will not end.
No.
If they say no, and then you move. At least you know.
Like,
period.
There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Plenty.
Not all of them are good.
Not all of them are good.
Some of them are catfish.
I know. The sea. Oh,
so, be careful. They are among us. But okay, so back to life in Kenya versus moving to the U.S. When you moved to the U.S., did you move straight to Boston?
No, girl. Who, girl? I moved to Indiana. Yeah, I moved to Indiana. I don't know if anybody who's listening to this has been or lived in Indiana, but it's quite an interesting place to be.
That must have been a culture shock.
I know. Quite.
To the gut.
To the gut, to the T.
Wow.
Yeah. So I moved to Indiana, but for me, like, that was like, oh my God, I'm moving to the US. Like, it didn't seem crazy at that point until I just started experiencing life there. Like, I would look around and I'd be like, whoa, I'm literally the only black girl in here.
And that's the thing, because like, obviously, you know, coming from a different country, like my family comes from Jamaica. So beauty standards in other countries are so much different than they are in the United States. And like, an example that I like to give, a loose example, is like the Miss Universe pageant. You watch the Miss Universe pageant and you see all different, you know, body, like, well, not all different body types, it could be better, but like, you know, girls from different places have curves that are celebrated and like, you know, different skin tones, and it's totally different. So how do you maintain that confidence or try to, you know, boost yourself a little bit coming from a place where beauty standards are one way and then moving to the United States where they're drastically different?
It was really difficult because I felt like I had to be that beauty standard that I was seeing in like when I moved to the US, right? So I felt like I had to be like super skinny and like had to have like a certain type of hair and had to talk a specific way and all these things. So it was so difficult. And there was no one around me at that point that was really telling me like, yo, no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You can just be you.
Fuck that.
You're fine. Nah, fuck that. Like, you can be you.
Right? Exactly.
So at that point, I just felt like those people who are always commenting on like, oh my God, your nose is so big. It's so different. Or like, oh, your hips are so big, or your belly is so big, and all these things. And literally, if I show you a picture of myself at that time, you'd be like, girl. What?
It's always when I look back at pictures of myself from like middle school and high school when I thought that I was like fat and ugly and disgusting. I'm like, bitch, are you insane?
Are you insane? Literally.
What happened?
Like, the fact, for me, in that point, I never thought there was anything wrong with me. Right? But, and there was nothing wrong with me. But the fact that people were commenting constantly like it was something wrong, it made me feel like, oh, there must be something that's wrong with me for me to have like a big, like a nose that I have, or like for me to have this kind of hair, or dress like this, or talk like this. Like, there had to be something wrong because everybody was commenting on it.
Right. Because they couldn't relate.
They couldn't relate.
And that's really, I had an ex-boyfriend who once told me that, I think it was probably one of the best things that he ever said in the relationship that like I could remember, but he said, people don't like what they don't understand. And it was so prolific. By the way, he was like a mute and he barely said shit the whole relationship, but like that was something that has stuck with me till this day. People do not like what they don't understand. They can't relate.
I love that.
And like we see it now, we talked about this before, like on social media, when you are so unapologetically yourself, which is an act of rebellion as it is, people who can't relate are angry.
They always have something to say.
They're livid.
Livid.
They're like, how is she so confident? How is she so beautiful and so smart and so talented and so amazing and so this and so that? And I'm not those things. And you're only not those things because you're not even trying to put in the effort. And
the thing I hate is that why is the response to that negativity or like hatred or like bashing someone, like, why can't it be something different? I don't know what it could be.
Inspirational?
But like, inspirational.
Motivational?
Wow. You said that. Wow. Yeah. Like, why can't it be that? Like, why do you have to be hating?
Right. Exactly. Because the first time that I ever saw one of your videos, I was having a down day. I was down bad. I was in the bed. It was like 11:30. I missed like all of my morning things that I was supposed to do. I just was not like I was in the sunken place, literally, in my pillow.
It's hard.
I'm scrolling through Instagram. Somebody had posted you and I watched your video and I think you literally said like, get up, get dressed, like do something. And I was like, all right. I was like, let me get my ass out of this bed. I'm done with this, like, you know, and that's motivational. I didn't look at that and be like, oh, she's so happy and she's so beautiful and she's dressed up and she's so cute and like I'm just in the bed. I hate her. Let me write a mean comment. Like, that's not the first thing that would come to my mind. I don't understand why people, they don't like what they don't understand. That's just as simple as that.
Literally. And it's so sad, and it's taken like some time for me to like really like get to the point where I don't need to listen to those people. That is a reflection on you, baby, and not on me. Because I know what I bring to the table. I know the value. I know who I am. And if my space, my energy, my vibes can get to you at this point in your life, that's fine. That's fine.
And you know what? I'm also a person who I don't want to ever put you in a place where mentally you're fucked up because you're watching anything that I'm doing, or you're feeling down about yourself because of anything. Unfollow me.
Simple.
Unfollow me.
Simple.
I don't want to affect you and your emotional state and your bad bitchery. If it takes you unfollowing me for you to unlock your bad bitchery, then I want you to do just that.
Leave.
Make your exit.
Exit sign.
Make your exit. Well, how are you handling though? Because like your platform has grown really, really fast. And we've talked about it a little bit before, but for the listeners, because I know they want to know, like, how do you handle the negativity?
At first, it didn't really bother me as much because I was just like doing my own thing. And then it got to a point where it was becoming quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Am I doing something wrong? Am I offending these people? Is my message not reaching to these people? Until I realized, like, babes, like that, their negativity and what they're saying has nothing to do with you. And baby girl, now I got time. I got time to troll you the same way you trolling me. And actually, no, Cammy, I called you and I talked to you about this and you're like, girl, this is what I've been doing. I was like, okay, girl.
This is exactly what every day I like to drag people. Okay, it's a Scorpio trait. It really is a Scorpio trait.
I thought like it was like bad that I was doing it. I was like, listen, I've got time for you today. And recently I've been like writing like, thank you so much for your comment or your observation. A team member will be back with you in touch with you like shortly. Love management. Like I'd be saying that literally. I'd be doing that, or like
make them even more mad. They're
even
like, damn,
more
this bitch got a team.
You got a team? They're like, I'm waiting for them. You better wait.
You better wait. You gonna be waiting.
And like some of them that like actually like kind of hurt me is when women come at me. You know, at first I was like, when men say like, oh, put on this, I'm like, oh, whatever, fuck you, I don't give a fuck. But when women come at me, because my whole thing is about like really empowering women and making women feel like amazing and powerful and loved, and then a woman comes up at me and say like, you should be more quiet, you don't have to shout, or like I recently got this little inches.
Love it.
I got a new platinum wig, yo.
Yes.
And somebody sent me a message saying like, she didn't even doing right. You look so bad in that. Like you're ugly and all these things. And I was like feeling like I shouldn't like say something, but I was like, how about you send me a message when you get your wig? And I said, thank you. Bye.
If you want a wig, just say that.
Just say that.
If you want to get your hair done, just say that. Send your Venmo.
Send your Venmo, baby. I'll send you the
send you the coins.
Send you the coins.
What?
Yeah.
Imagine being upset because somebody got a new wig.
I know.
Girl, you are down bad. You need to do something with yourself.
You need to do something with yourself. And I think, at this point, I've just like noticed that like people are going to have to say, or people are going to say something regardless of whether you're doing something good or bad. They're going to have something to say. All right. So I'm just going to live my life within that magic.
Yes.
And you can dance around me. You
move
can
around.
move around.
Move
it's like,
around.
It's your turn. Say what you got to say. Next. You?
Exactly.
Okay, great. And like, I don't have time for that, but I do have time for that. It's like a mix.
I will make time.
I will make time to drag you too. The same way you came into my page, onto my tantalizing, sexy parts of the internet with your negativity, I'll come back at you, baby.
And you know when I love to drag people the most is like when I'm on the toilet, because something about taking a shit
and shitting on people
and shitting on people just brings me joy. I don't know why, it sparks joy for me.
It's a very, I feel like I should try that.
It just sparks joy for me. I'm like, wow. But then you'll have people like your supporters who will be like, why do you even give this your energy? But I'm like, it really doesn't take much.
It really doesn't take much, like
at all.
Yeah, I've got time today.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm saying that that's what I do.
That's what you do. I'm not saying that I will do it, but I will do it though.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it because I also see my page as like my house. You know, this is my home. This is my living room. And if you're gonna come into my living room and take a shit on the floor, I am going to drag you the fuck out of my house. Like, you don't get to just stay around here with the rest of us playing nice and drinking and having a good time.
Yeah. You can't just be doing enjoyment things when you shit on my floor. I'm going to drag you out.
You got to leave. Now you got to leave.
You need to leave.
You need to leave. Now you can't participate in the fun.
In the fun. You messed it out for other people.
And who misses out here? Not me.
Not me. You do.
You do.
You do, baby.
That's... Anyways.
Yeah.
I totally... Well... I do have a few questions. Before I get to that, I want people to know what your message exactly is, because it's very clear to me because I've been following you. So I get in. Anyone who doesn't know, Achieng.
Period, baby.
the way that you have just completely taken over the empowerment movement, I feel like not just women benefit from it, but anyone who watches can feel good about themselves, especially when it comes to body positivity. Yeah. So was there a particular turning point where you were like, actually, I'm going to accept my body regardless? Or have you always felt very confident in your body?
I don't think I've always felt confident. And there was definitely a turning point when I was really trying to fit into this like little piece of something that society said, you've got to be in here. You've got to look like this, be like this, talk like this. And it was so hard.
Yes.
It was not even more than hard. Like I was losing myself. I was literally getting sick for nothing, for the approval and the validation of other people who didn't even give a fuck about me.
No.
Never.
No.
I said, no, thank you.
No.
And like when I realized that I was losing myself and actually getting sick to a point where I was like, literally, I could lose my life to try and impress people, I said, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, this life is too short. I have one tantalizing life on this earth and I'm going to live it for me.
Yes.
And stop feeling like I need to like not eat this morning, or I can't eat that, or I can't talk to that person. And this is, no, I'm going to do me. I'm going to live my life.
Yeah.
And it's taken some time. I think my first step was therapy. And it was really good to process my feelings and my experiences and my trauma with somebody who could be able to help me. Like, there's so much that your girlfriends can say to you. Like, girl, fuck him.
Right.
Or like, do this.
You look great.
You look great. There's so much your girlfriends can do for you. But like, shout out to all the bad bitches out there, like supporting their girls. But there's only so much like people in your life can do until you really need that help.
Right. It's true. Because I do believe, like, obviously you need to have a group of people. You have to have people in your corner who can, help gas you up when you need some gas. We all need those friends. And like, if you don't have those friends in your life, you're gonna have to find some, because sometimes, we can get in our own heads. But I also believe that happiness is an inside job.
It really is.
And
I agree with that.
It has to come from within. Nobody can compliment. I have friends who I compliment them all day, every day. They still have insecurities. Same for me. Like, there's still going to be things that your friends, your, romantic partners, your work, nothing can fulfill. Yeah. You have to be the one to pour it back into yourself. So therapy, listen, if you're not in therapy, let me tell you something. And I've been the biggest advocate for therapy for someone who just started it a few months ago, but it has transformed my life.
Really
like, were you in therapy back when you were in Kenya, or did you start when you moved to the States?
I started when I moved to the States. Therapy in many African households is seen as like not necessary.
No, they're like, pray to God.
They're like, pray to God. It's like, you're in depression, pray.
Go depress these dishes.
I know, go depress these dishes. Literally, my mom. Yes. We've had this conversation with my mom, and like that conversation is starting to change in our household, how we view therapy. But like, there's so many times just in the family where I talk to some of my other friends and they're like, I'm anxious and all these things and I'm depressed. And it's like, when I tell my parents, they're like, pray, anxiety will leave you.
Oh my God.
Anxiety is not like,
yes.
So
Caribbean households are the exact same. The exact same. They're like, oh, you're depressed? Here, drink this tea. It's got some ginger in it. It has some rum in it. Take a nap for 5 minutes.
You're good.
Be gone.
What do you mean? So therapy and like sort of like viewing my mental health as like a priority to me started when I was in the US. And honestly, it happened when I graduated from like college. And that's sort of when my journey started. Yeah. And with my journey on like social media and like sort of bringing this part of myself onto a larger platform started when I was during the pandemic. And I was in a healing journey, and I felt like I wanted to share that with a bigger platform and like more people. And I felt like kind of like alone at that point, even though I was like with people around me. I wanted to like meet more people and like extend my joy to like people around the world. And like that's kind of where it started. And I'm glad I did, because it's like turned into such like a powerful, magical thing, and it brings me joy every single day. Like right now, I'm just so happy. Girl, I'm just so happy.
You make the joy is felt. Girl, okay,
thank you.
Because when you slap that belly,
period,
I'll be slapping my too.
As you should.
Be like, oh, flappy arms, normal.
Get it, normal, literally,
belly, normal. Why can't we normalize it?
society is so tied to it though, and I think it's been so hard. Like honestly, the backlash I've gotten from people, even people in the industry, is insane. I'm like, you support whatever you want to support.
Yeah.
But literally, somebody out here in this space, like literally just trying to normalize what normal bodies look like, normal people look like, and you come in to bash that.
Yes. For what?
For what?
For what?
What? How are you happy? Are you happy?
Right. Well, because so from my perspective, like I've been a size 0 to a size 10 and everything in between. I'm a size 10 now, happily. And I'm the healthiest I have ever been in my life. So you can't judge people. I don't believe in numbers. I don't believe in any of that shit. If you love it, if you're wearing it and it looks great, it looks great. It doesn't matter if it's a size 2 or if it's a size 20. If you look fabulous, you look fabulous. But I've realized that like a normal body is whatever is normal for you. Like to you. To you. Literally. Because there are people who are normally a size 00. And if you can rock that dress as a 00, rock it. Like there's nothing abnormal about you. What is not normal is trying to fit into a box that is not yours.
Yeah.
This is your box.
Yeah.
Do that.
And I think that's exactly what my message is. It's like whatever you are in this spectrum of whatever, bodies, life, living, like you don't have to fit into this box that society has made for you.
Yeah.
You be you.
Yeah.
Whether you're a size 0, size 14, size 8, whatever, you do you, baby.
Yes.
You live in that, revel in that magic. Lavishly be in that.
Effortlessly.
Sweetheart.
Like I want to put you in like a Build-A-Bear teddy bear, and just like every time I'm feeling low,
you like press
the paw. You'll be like, baby, bestie.
Yo, Build-A-Bear, send me the contract,
please. We would love that. We would love that. The girls need that. Okay. So I want to get into some questions that people have asked about self-love and self-care and self-acceptance and confidence. There are a lot. Like literally
Jesus
scroll.
Christ.
So
okay.
Let's get to some. Let's see. Oh, there's so many and they're so good.
I'm excited. I hope I can answer. Is it like advice or like what?
Advice. A lot of people are feeling down. The pandemic took a toll on everybody.
Yeah, it really took out a lot.
Yeah. So, quarantine bodies, people are trying to figure out how to feel confident again. And, one person asked, how do you get deep into your self-love bag while still being attentive to your partner?
So that's an interesting question because I don't have like a serious partner, but I have a partner.
Ooh.
Like a human who lives in my life. Like we are in each other's lives. I think
we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. So self-love has been very commercialized. Like it's very like you should take a bath and like go buy yourself this and take that trip and all that. And if that's what self-care looks like to you, that's fine, baby. But for me, self-care has really turned into this like what my body needs. What my body really needs right now to like function at its best.
Right.
And that's like literally waking up in the morning and being like, I am so tired. Like, why am I tired? I just had rest. Like maybe you need more rest. Maybe you need to eat. Maybe you need to take that shower. You need to talk to someone, whatever. For me, that's what self-care is looking like right now. And that's what is allowing me to be so present in all spaces, including a space where I have a partner who like we're both dedicating our times to each other and like parts of our lives to each other.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just a matter of you deciding like, what does that self-care look like to me? And what does it mean for my body, my soul, my spirit right now?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to mean you need to be spending that money to buy yourself a bag, baby. Save your money. Save your money, cook yourself a homemade meal. Save your money and do this. Or spend that money and do this. It's what it looks like to you.
Right.
And realize, recognizing how that can like add to your space so that you can be able to like give back.
Right. Yes.
Right?
You got to pour into you
Pour
first
into
before you
yourself.
can't pour from an empty cup.
You can't.
Although self-care to me sometimes does look like going to buy a bag.
I know, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like
that sometimes, you know? Like,
Yes.
if that's what it looks like to you, like, yeah, it's like
Yes.
specific to each person.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's you just sitting down and being like, opening yourself up and be like, what do I need right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired with this and this and this.
Yeah.
I should take that trip.
But I love
Or,
that
you
you
know?
say that like self-care is very commercialized, because when I think about like if I'm having a fucked up day
I'm
and
buying
somebody tells me I should go take a bubble bath, I'm like, so I can sit in a hot tub of my own fucking misery? No, thank you. I would rather like, or they're like, go for a run. I'm like, I don't want to go for a run. Like it really is what is best for you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't work for me. I get
Yeah.
anxiety if I take baths for too long.
No.
Like I start getting worked up and
Literally, I sweat. And then like there's one time, okay, there's a few times I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take a nice bath and the bath is warm, and then I do champagne. Dehydration.
Yes, immediately.
Take yourself.
Now I gotta pass out.
Now I'm gonna pass out. It's like no self-care was done here.
No self-care.
Yeah, so it's
Self-harm.
self-harm.
Self-harm was done. This was not me taking time for
Yeah.
myself. So I agree though. Like the more you
Yeah.
pour into yourself, the better you can be for everyone around you.
Yes.
But you can't be good for anyone around you if you're not being good
Good
to
for
yourself.
yourself.
You have to do that first.
Yeah, and figure out what being good to yourself looks
Mm-hmm.
like. Like you can do this, baby. You've got this. We're proud of you. We love you. Mwah.
Mwah. We
Period.
love you. Let's see. How do you stop comparing yourself to women and beauty standards on social media?
Ooh, I did that for a long time, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I would look at so many women and be like, why don't I look like that? Why don't I have that opportunity? Why am I not in that space? It was so bad. Self-comparison and comparison is a disease.
Yes.
It's a freaking
Yes.
disease.
Yes.
And I think that stopped when I started realizing that, like, I'm amazing. I'm
Yeah.
a bad bitch.
Period.
Right? I'm the creme de la creme. I'm the prize. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing so much to the table, and you can't take that away from me. And that
Yes.
doesn't take away from anybody else. When you realize that you are bringing worth to the table, that you are worthy of magic and power and all these things in the world, you
Preach it.
are worthy of a whole entire nation bowing down to you.
The congregation said,
Amen. Then you start showing up into spaces as like your highest self, and realizing that your power doesn't take away from another woman's power, another woman's power doesn't take away from your power, and that you can be in the same space doing bad bitchery shit, and that's on period.
period, Pooh.
You
It's the
know?
truth. It really is the truth, because I'm one of those people who believes that what is for me is for me.
Amen.
But I have definitely been at certain places, especially in my career, where I'm like, damn, it's not even, I don't even look at somebody else succeeding and be like, why did they get that and I didn't get it? I'm more so like, man, I would have loved to have done that. Like, I would love that for myself. But guess what? Then I have to remind myself, bitch, it's not your time.
It's not your time.
When it's your time, it will happen.
Yeah.
And if it's meant to be, it will be. But that's their moment right now. So let's congratulate them. Let's applaud them. Let's lift them up in that
Yeah.
moment.
Give them their flowers.
Even it happens all the time. It happens all the time. I really, really wanted Catfish to be nominated for an Emmy this year. And child, I prayed on it every single night. I was like, please, Lord, like, what do I have to do? Do I have to stand on the street butt ass naked? Like, what do I have to do?
Oh my God, sis.
And we didn't get it.
Yeah.
We didn't get it. And you know what? That happens sometimes. We submitted, we didn't get it. And then I watched all the nominations come out and I was like, oh my God, I really, really wanted that. But guess what? It's not this time.
It's not this time.
But it will happen.
Yeah.
And I think that as long as you have that in the back of your mind, that you will be the best version of you. Put the time in. You also don't know if the people that you're clocking on social media are the best version of them.
Yeah.
You don't
Straight
even know if they
up.
like themselves.
Literally.
So just remember that the things that we see on social media are not always exactly what they appear to be. Okay.
And baby, like, your journey has its own path. And yeah, it will come. Your time will come. You know, give the other people around you their flowers and their roses. And baby,
Yes.
when yours comes, you'll be like, God damn.
It's going to be overflowing.
It's going to be overflowing. Yeah, sweetheart.
I love that. It's
be
true.
gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself.
Yes.
You've got this.
Yes.
Much love.
We also have a lot of new moms that are like trying to get, you know, their confidence back after post baby, and like, I don't have any kids.
I don't have any kids either.
But what I can tell you from the bad bitch moms that I know is that as difficult as it is, because you're pouring so much into this new life, and like that's, you know, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I think that it's also important to try not to think that this one moment is going to be like the rest of your life. This is a new baby, a new experience, and relish in it, enjoy it. I'm sure you're probably like, bitch, I haven't slept in fucking days. Okay, I haven't showered in 2. I have throw up in my hair. Listen, I was helping my cousin when she just had her second baby. And I went for like 5 days. Do you know I had throw up in my hair for 3 of those days? I passed a mirror and looked at myself,
like,
and I was like,
what is that crap? Oh.
I said, I am a mother.
I am a mother.
I'm a mother.
I'm a mother. I was like, no drama.
This is what it's like. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Because hats off to y'all. The things that you have to do and the way that you have to sacrifice. That's how I know I'm not ready for kids, because I'm not. I'm just simply not. But I feel like the whatever you can do to remind yourself of who you are outside of motherhood. Like, obviously this is now a part, this is your life. But whatever you can do, I don't care. Drop that baby off with their grandparents or something and go get your nails done, maybe. Please. Something, anything. Make a cup of coffee, that, like, make a latte, like, make it cute, make it nice, like, do something. I don't know, because I'm not a mom, so what the fuck am I even talking about? But, like, I just feel like that's what I would hope that somebody who loves me in my life, whether it be, you know, my baby daddy or my parents or something, a friend would come over and be like, you know what? Go take a bath.
Go take a bath, baby.
I got this.
Yeah, go get that throw up.
Go get that throw up out your hair, sweetie.
Girl, go do that.
But it's easy for us to say because we don't have kids.
We have kids. I feel like I think something that I've heard from like new moms is like a little struggle with your bodies. And like, yeah, I've not had a child and I don't know what that experience is, but like, bestie, your body really carried you and this new life for 9 months.
Do you see what your body did?
Do you see what your body did? Like, baby, you really did that. You literally brought life into this world. Yes. Like, your body is a freaking temple. You better see it. Magic.
Literal magic.
Literal magic. You better see it as that and treat it as such.
Yes.
And like, your body has reasons and seasons, and right now it just did what it had to do. It gave birth. It gave life. And baby, celebrate that.
And give yourself some time.
Give yourself some time,
This
baby.
snapback culture is toxic as fuck.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So Kylie Jenner and all these people snapped back because they got surgery. It wasn't working out for 6 months. They were like, no, sweetheart, that is not working out. That is surgery.
That's a lot of people, though. That's a lot of celebrities.
Yeah.
And then they come back and they do a People magazine cover and everyone's like,
snap back after 3 months.
Oh my God, no. That is not the normal. That is not the norm. That is not the average. We're not gonna like pretend as though snapping back is the reality. It's not the reality for 99% of people. So like, looking at that and feeling badly about yourself is just not conducive to anything at all. But I agree. Like, have you ever seen childbirth in real life?
Girl, I did. I passed out.
Oh. I was not expecting you to say that. Was it all natural?
It was all natural. I passed out. You know, literally. You know, I thought everybody was like, it's bringing life, and it's different.
Oh my God. It is different. But I was so into it. I thought it was the most incredible thing that I had ever seen in my life. I was literally standing for like a full bird's eye view. I was like, oh shit. It's going down. Because just to watch the way that our bodies are able to do the things that they do is insane.
I think it's the insanity that like overwhelmed me I was like, my mind was like, we can't take anymore. Pass out and take care of yourself on the ground. Okay? I couldn't, but it's insane. It's amazing that our bodies can do that. And to even think that I would be able to do that at some point. Give me time. Give me time.
Yes, give me time. But I think even in that same breath, like for people who are still trying to become more confident with their quarantine bodies, your body got you through a pandemic.
A whole ponder replay, baby.
Period.
Like
a whole pandemonium.
A pandemonium. It took care of yourself. It did what it had to do.
Yes.
Love your body, baby. Appreciate it. You know, put on something little cute. Whoever's listening to this, go put something cute on and stretch yourself in that house immediately.
Period.
If not, I'm coming through the podcast and I'm coming to fight you. I'm coming to fight you.
My way. I'm outside.
I'm outside your house.
Pulling up.
I'm pulling up.
I just want to talk to you.
I just want to talk to you.
Just come out.
Just a little bit.
But it's so true. It's so true. Like, we have to give ourselves some grace.
Straight up.
Every once in a while. And when you're ready, you will get back to what you want to get back to.
Yeah.
You will reach that goal and you will get there. But, like, for now, chill the fuck out.
Chill out, baby.
Sit down.
Breathe. Unclench your jaw, too.
Unclench your jaw.
Just chill.
Relax your shoulders.
Relax your shoulders. Deep breath in. Out. You've got this. Yes. I love that. Yeah.
Now this is an ASMR section of the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have that. We don't have that. That's not in the budget. There's so many great questions, and I really wish that we could get to all of them. We are running out of time,
Sadness
which
in my
I feel
heart.
I feel like we could do. This could be a 3-hour episode.
3-hour episode.
Because we could talk for forever.
Forever.
Man, I don't know which one. I don't know. Well, I guess, okay, really quickly, because you said you're dating right now.
Yep.
Some people have been asking about how to kind of regain your confidence post breakup. And now you're in a healthy, happy relationship. You're happy.
Yes.
But you've been in a relationship before that kind of brought you down.
Very down.
So what did you do? Or like, were there any like mantras that you told yourself, or is there any like go-to thing that personally worked for you to be able to bounce back after a breakup?
Yeah. It took me a while before I actually got back to dating. And I think it felt easy to be like, I'm just gonna date somebody else. That was easy, and I did that, and it was very bad. It was very toxic. I kept on comparing this person to the last person that I was with. I was like, but he's not like this, he's not like this, he's not like this. And that was toxic, because then this person could not live up to this expectation I had in my head.
Yeah.
And I feel like, after that breakup, it's hard, it's difficult, but maybe you need to get back to you. You need to get back to you. And whether that is freaking 3 months, 3 years, however long, you literally need to do that.
Yeah.
And that could look like so many different things. For me, it was therapy. I had to go to therapy. I had to like really process these feelings of trauma and like these feelings of like being broken. Literally, it felt like I had nothing going for myself, and that was a lie.
Yeah.
And so I would advise like, getting back to yourself, whatever that means, taking a step back from certain things and just being by yourself and like learning how you are as a single person before you get into that relationship.
Yeah.
And that really helped me realize what I like and what I don't like,
right.
What I want and what I don't want, what I'm going to give my energy to and what I'm not. And like that really helps you in getting into another relationship, if that's what you want, where it is the love, the energy, the vibes are so, it's so natural. It's like, it's so reciprocated. It's natural. You don't have to work towards anything. It's just there.
Yeah.
And with like a healthy relationship, like I've had my ups and downs, but like
haven't we all,
baby?
Lord have mercy.
But it's kind of like just like bringing yourself to the table and realizing that, like, I say this with anything, a job, a relationship, a friendship, I am the prize. I am the freaking prize, and so are you, baby. Like, you can't be out there thinking and waiting like, oh, I hope this person likes me. I hope they do. No, baby. Do you like them?
Yes.
Do you want to dedicate your time to this person? Do you want to take time out of your day to be with this person? Your energy, your love, your immaculate love and all these things to this person. Like, is that what you want to do? Question that before you put yourself in a situation where you might get hurt,
right? Or
you might not get the energy that you wanted.
Yes.
And right now it's all about communication, y'all. I say what's on my mind. I'm like, this is how I feel. I was upset that this is what happened. I'm upset that this is what you did. Da da da. If somebody can't accept me at that point in my life, then you don't deserve me.
Yeah. Period. No, that's exactly right. See, I'm like, I'm just thinking about my own shit. I'm like, damn. Because they will really try it. But the whole reason why I wanted to do this self-love episode, which I feel like we've talked on so many different topics, but this podcast is obviously called Relationshit. And I think when people think about that, you know, we think about all the outside relationships that we have, but the most important relationship that you have in this entire world is the relationship you have with yourself. So that is why we're talking about this. That is why we are here in this moment. And who better than Achieng to give us the realty. Okay.
Yes.
I love you so much. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for being here. I feel like I could go outside and fly. I don't know.
Fly out this way. No, girl, thank you for having me. Like, listen, I'm obsessed with you. I look up to you, inspire me on so many levels, Cammy. So like, I'm pumped that I was able to be a part of this little cute podcast. No, I'm not gonna say little cute because I ain't gonna say anything little about Cammy. This big ass podcast. This bomb ass shit.
With the popping peas in the back. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And you got to come back.
We're gonna be here.
We got more to talk about.
We're gonna be in the streets together.
We're gonna be in the streets frolicking.
Okay. Keep your eyes out. You'll see us.
Exactly. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you feel as great as I do because, child, I got a man, but I feel like I could go out and pull a few. Okay, I could pull anybody. All right. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you next time.
Blessings.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Cammie Crawford, host of the Relationshit podcast. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more videos, click below to subscribe and like this video for more Dear Media content. So shut up and listen.